I mean, come on, Paul. When are you on air with Trevor Sinclair, Natalie Sawyer, and that clown Jim White? Now, Paul.
The talkSPORT Clips of the Week.
Yes, here we go then. Clips of the Week, fresh batch. Andy, kick us off.
We start with Alan Brazil on breakfast with a competition answer.
Earlier we asked you which player hit the woodwork the most times in last season's Premier League. Was it Sergio Aguero or was it Sadio Mane? The answer, of course, Aguero.
Of course. How do you know that?
He's like Opta Allen. He knows all the stats. Ask him anything. Which player took the most corners in League 2 last season? Of course it was. Jim White now saying hello to his co-host Natalie Sawyer and Trevor Sinclair.
Good morning, good morning. Terrific stuff. Natalie, good morning to you. Trevor, good to speak to you, mate. All loud and clear up in your neck of the woods. Everything good?
So good.
Apparently not.
It's Nigel Fothaway on Fisherman's Blues, sounding off about HS2.
The controversial 112 billion rail link, and I bet that will go up before it's finished, if it's finished, between London and Leeds is caught up in a row over the potential disturbance of one of the UK's rarest mammals, which is the Bechstein bat.
Yeah, Nigel, rightly or wrongly, in this current climate, you're not going to get a great deal of sympathy for a bat.
Apart from the Bat Conservation Society.
Rightly or wrongly. Anyway, Andy, what's next? No, it's me, isn't it? I think it is me, yeah. Back to Big Alan with a quiz question for co-host Ray Parler.
Commentary on talkSPORT. How much attention have you been paying to this season? Ray, back in December, Ming Song pulled off this piece of absolute brilliance.
Ming Song? How much attention have you been paying? What, the Tottenham Ming Song?
Yes, of course. Anyway, actually, Al came up with an overseas player we'd never heard of this week.
Bundesliga, you're seeing a lot more away wins, so it probably does benefit the away team a little bit by going away.
So, Bianca Arteta, is he in the paper this morning?
I don't know Bianca Arteta. Any relation to Mikel? His brother, his sister? I've got no idea. Good old Bianca Arteta. Also struggling with ex-Premier League players' names this week was Georgie Bingham on Weekend Breakfast.
Let's take a look at yesterday's Bundesliga action and look ahead to today's. Cass, any thoughts on yesterday's that you'd like to talk to before we go to Janaj Flintoff?
Janaj Flintoff? This one for the Swindon fans, isn't it?
Jan Arger Fjortoff.
I think it was, well, known as Freddie, of course, Jan Arger in the Swindon dressing room back in the day.
Got it, Freddie Fjortoff. Anyway, staying with names, here's Amelia Cox with the news.
The series starring David Williamson and Matt Lucas has had criticism stepped up recently.
David Williamson. I mean, this has happened already.
Never mind the rest of it.
Yeah. Alan Alley was struggling with his name a couple of weeks back, you remember.
Swam the length of Thames. And by the way, that is not easy either. So, well done, David. I can never get it right. Is it David Williams or David Williams? Oh, no.
David Williams.
Who?
David Williams. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Is it me?
It's you, yeah.
Yes. Simon Jordan now getting a touch tangled up during this sentence.
But I told you they wouldn't do anything. I told you 2.5 months ago when Gordon Taylor sat on the steps of whatever steps he was standing on.
That takes me back to the work of Hilda Baker in Christmas Dearest. I'm the Grandad Kids. Stood standing there. This is the Moose with shot news from the National League and further proof that the game's gone mad.
Should be decided very soon in the National League. They're currently voting now. I would expect the vote to see that Barrow are promoted on a points per game basis to the Premier League.
It's ridiculous. I mean, it's great for Barrow. But, I mean, that
points per game thing.
Brighton and Norwich and others get massively upset with that. They're leapfrogging practically all of the Football League. What's next then?
It's a caller to the Saturday quiz with Faye Carruthers and Darren Bent.
Dan, the Ipswich fan, was with us. Oh!
Hello.
What is that? Clown car, isn't it? I think so. Yeah, they've joined him at the circus. The circus is opened early. Very good. And don't expect to see our South Coast correspondent Alex Crook at the next Sound of Music sing-along dressed as Captain Von Trapp.
Julie Andrews inspired England's bid for glory in Italia 90. They were on a coach, apparently, driving to one of the friendlies in the lead-up to the tournament, and they just started singing that song, Do, a dear, a do, re, mi.
He knows all the words, doesn't he? But not necessarily in the right order.
Mike Parry would have been proud of that one.
Maybe Sound of Music hasn't made its way down to Southampton yet. Maybe it's not got to the Gaumont.
Oh, that's annoying. My screen's gone black just as I was about to read the next thing. So you better read this one.
I'll do it. Don't worry. What's happened? Is it what you run out of battery?
No, it's just time's out. So look, that's why I'm faced with a black screen.
All right, well, there's only a couple more left. One more from Alan Brazil here, confirming that talkSPORT's resident boxing expert and Fight Night co-host has finally flipped.
An agreement has been reached between the pair of heavyweight world champions. talkSPORT's boxing correspondent Gareth A. Davis was speaking to The Breakfast.
You don't want to start speaking to The Breakfast, do you? Sort of chatting with the cornflakes. Well, Gareth, he's always, you never know with Gareth, do you? He's like they occasionally do that. You're back up and running, are you, Andy? Give us the and finally then.
And finally, it's Fisherman's Blues again. And they say that the best radio happens when presenter and producer are on the same wavelength and dovetail beautifully.
I know there's only one like you.
Oh, thanks to Karen, my wonderful producer, for playing a bit of Bazza. You can't beat that. The Walrus of Love to get you going on a Sunday morning. Thank you very much, Karen. She just said to me, Mike live, and I'm thinking, no, I want to carry on listening to Barry White. Right, Marsha, before I come... Oh, here we go, a bit more. Love it.
Turn it up. It's go away. It happens. So there we are. There's your clips of the week. Thank you to Marco Berti, LFC Andy, LMA Chris, George Price, Roast Parsnip, Fonda Legend, Christopher Davidson, Ricky Outhouse, that's not true, Dave Clark, WG Dickens, Daz Mapleston, Roger in Durham, Alan Schwark and Tom Gale, all suggested clips that were played this week.
Lots of, go on.
Warwick, let's not move on there. You've just milked the life out of that, haven't you? I tell you what, you're putting on them udders there. That was a milking and a half, I tell you.